Hello and welcome to how I beat my hardest max mode, Nightmare at Disney.
We're on our way to Grampy's, always such good company. It's the only place to be. Where? Over at Grampy's house.
Now I'm not gonna go into much detail about this game, but if you want you can check out Lufu's Fnati but Dumb guide where he explains it a lot better. This game was made by Caesar Z and it's a whole lot different than the original remaster of Five Nights at Treasure Island, adding difficulty and honestly better gameplay. When we boot up the game, we can already see that we have two new characters in the roster. That's Mortimer and Hourglass. Now let's go over the mechanics. Note that all of these are based on their max AI level, which is 20. Photo-negative Mickey, or PNM for short, will enter either on the right or left side. Depending on which side he is, you have to shut a corresponding camera with this button. Camera 2 for the right side and camera 6 for the left. You have to leave it shut for about 2 seconds. This embody will randomly appear in your face either on the left or right side. You have to shut off a camera depending on which side he is on. Note that camera 7 is not left or right, so it won't get rid of him. Impurity will spawn in camera 3 and slowly progress to your office through camera 1, 2, 6 and then into your office. You have to stop her from getting there obviously, so you must keep her camera shut depending on where she is. You can also hear when she moves. Acephalus will appear in your office and you have to stand still by holding space on the left side to get rid of him. Oswald will appear in your office after flipping your camera 3 times and you'll have to stand still to get rid of him. The Fates will progress to your office through vents. You will hear 3 vent noises, those being when he enters, a higher pitch bang signaling he is about to enter, and then a third one meaning he entered. Turn off the lights to get rid of him. Undying is the same as Acephalus except stand on the right side. Now Hourglass is a tricky one. If you have played Night 6 in the original remaster, then it is exactly that but with other idiots running around. It will enter your office and will either be on the left, middle or right side. After a few seconds it will appear on your desk. Depending on where it was before it entered is what you have to do. If it was on camera 9, then turn off the lights. If it was on camera 8 or 5, stand still. If it was on camera 3 or 4, turn off a camera. But we don't really have to worry about him, because of the office cycle. The office cycle is basically a way to deal with all the office suites most efficiently. Like I said, I'm not really gonna go into detail, but basically you will be in the cameras from the start of the night. You'll shut off Impurity's camera and find Pete, then find CPNM. If he is nowhere to be seen, then he is in the shut off camera with Impurity. Then you leave your camera on Mortimer's camera. Once you hear Undying sound cue that is spawned, you'll flick down the cameras and flick side to side for MPNM. Stand still on the right side for Undying. Turn off the lights and stand on the left side for Acephalus and Sparky. Then go into the cameras and turn off a camera for Sparky's second stage. That would be the Mortimer camera that you left it on. Although you have to be cautious about when the face will enter and if Hourglass was in the office after the cycle. You'll have to stop your camera cycle to deal with them occasionally. Once the office cycle is done, you'll go to the cameras and shut off Mortimer's camera, like I said. Get rid of Pete and then track CPNM and PNM if they enter and repeat. Hope I didn't miss anything. Mascot Photo-negative Mickey or MPNM for short will appear in your office completely silent. You have to flick your mouse from side to side to get rid of him. Mortimer will spawn in your office playing eerie music. You have to find the camera where the music is the loudest and turn it off. After a few seconds, Mortimer will despawn. Classic Photo-negative Mickey, or CPNM for short, will spawn with a sound cue on either camera 6, 2, 1 or 3. After a while he will enter your office. Depending on which camera he was on last, shut off that camera. Classic the face will occasionally appear on your desk if you flip down your camera. Flip it back up to get rid of him. Pete will appear on the cameras as a red dot. Stare at the camera for a few seconds to make him go away. Willy will appear on any camera with his face. If you stare at him for too long, he will progress a stage. If he progresses 2 times, then on the third he will end your run. Sparky will appear in your office and you have to shut off the lights and stand still. He will then enter his camera stage with a bark. Shut off any camera to get rid of him fully. And that's all there is to the characters, I'm pretty sure. Now, onto the presets. Treasure Island. It may be tricky at first to remember and learn all of the mechanics, but once you get the hang of it, Treasure Island is no problem. The same goes for Junk Island, where it's just the other half of the roster except for Hourglass. Now, the boss definitely looks scary. Everyone is active and Hourglass is at max AI, but once you go in, you realize it is not really that bad. Everyone is super slow and Hourglass gives enough leeway to do all of the actions if you're lazy to look for him. Even I have beaten it first try. Now Skull is the most stupid roster I have ever seen, so then it's grind time. Everyone is still quite slow, so you don't really have to worry too much. Believe it or not, but I have actually beaten it first try too. And now, the moment you've been waiting for. Nightmare at Disney. It's a whole lot different than grind time, so you have to be at the peak of your game. Now I have played this mode for about a week solely because I just didn't feel like it some days and I didn't even open the game at all. I got above 80 tries and 40 plus deaths. It wasn't easy, but I did it. After all those jump scares, I decided, why not do one last try? That was it. I did it. But my journey is not over. I have a lot more in store to conquer.